All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of Edifying Rants, being brought to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. This is the brother Yashamai, and I'm back at you again with another series, going into, events or whatnot. I'm just going to flow with the spirit. I don't really have anything in mind. So, as of recently, man, there's been a lot of excellent news in the news lately, if you've been paying attention to the news, which is also considered bad news to the world because their actions testify against them that their deeds are evil. So, if you've been watching the news, you'd see that the Lord is moving forward with his prophecies. Now, the most recent exciting thing I've heard about in the news is the severe global food crisis. And this is not something that I'm hearing about overseas. This is something that was reported from over here in America. Farmers here in America are reporting of severe global food crisis. Now, when I saw, and I read the article too, there's a lot of good stuff in that article. It was uploaded from zerohedge.com. When I read that article, I was so excited. A lot of scriptures came into my mind. Matthew 24:7, Luke 21 verse 9. Well, Luke 21 verse 11, or verse 12. 2nd Esdras 15 verse 5. A lot of scriptures came into my mind hearing about that. I was excited because the Lord is doing it. He's bringing this kingdom down. He's executing his judgment upon the earth. And a lot of these farmers who's coming out speaking on a global food crisis, they're saying that a lot of it's coming from droughts, right? They're coming from droughts, but wait a minute, who's the cause of these droughts? Because everybody wants to eat, they want to drink, they want to party and marry, but nobody wants to give into account where your food or where your drinks are coming from. Where's your juice coming from? Where's your soda coming from? Which I don't drink soda, really, but where's your coffee coming from? Where's your oatmeal coming from? Where's your rice, your grains, your oats? Where's all these vegetables coming from? Who's responsible for giving the rain to grow these things? And nobody wants to take that into consideration or into account, But then when there's a food shortage, everybody wants to complain, boo-hoo, Lord, please. Lord, everybody wants to cry unto the Lord when there's a food shortage. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 5. I don't know if it's the exact verse, but okay. Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 24. It says, neither say they in their heart, which the word heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, which means your mind. Neither say they in their heart, let us now fear the Lord. The Lord in all caps, that's talking about the Most High, whose name is Yahweh. Neither say they in their mind, let us fear the Lord, our power, that giveth rain. So if there's a drought, that's because there's a lack of rain. So who's responsible for causing a lack of rain? The Lord is. Okay? Without Yahweh, without the Heavenly Father Yahweh, without his son Yahweh Shai, food is not possible to grow here on the earth. Okay? Grass has to grow so that the animals can have something to eat. Animals, lawful animals such as sheep, cows, bulls, deer, You know, roebucks, which is another form of deer, if I'm saying that correctly. You know, goats. No? So, without the Lord giving rain, you know, animals can't eat, which means what? They'll end up dying off from starvation. Animals need grass in order to live. Animals need water, you know. Rainwater, you know. That's how a lot of these animals survive. The Lord give them rain to drink from puddles in the ground. You know, it's the rainwater that refills these streams and these different lakes and these different rivers. So neither say they in their mind, let us now fear the Lord our power, that giveth rain, both the former and the latter, and in his season. He reserveth unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. So without the Lord, there ain't no rainwater. Without rainwater, there ain't no crops, no vegetables, no fruits, no grains, no oats, no potatoes, no tomatoes, no kale, no broccoli, no lettuce, no peaches, no pears, no grapes, no strawberries, no blackberries, no blueberries, no raspberries, no rice. None of that stuff, man. You know, and a lot of people don't take that into consideration. A lot of your fruits and vegetables come from the earth. And without rain, that's like what? Damn near 60, if not 70% of your food supply gone right there. Okay, so the Lord is the one bringing these droughts. Okay, now is that let's go to Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 17, or is that 16? Jerusalem, or I believe that's Ezekiel. Slakia. One moment, please. Ezekiel chapter 4. Okay, Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 17. It says, okay, Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. Now, the staff of bread is talking about the source of where your food comes from. So if you break the source of where your food comes from, that's the beginning of a famine right there. Okay. In this case, in America's case, the source of where your food comes from is what? These different farmlands. You see, these different food corporations that the United States government is burning down through the hiring of certain agents. So you got food factories, food corporations responsible for packaging and putting your food on the back of food trucks. Those food corporations are being burned. They're being burned down. And that's really the Lord breaking the staff of bread on the left-hand side. So I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. Now, Jerusalem's a people before it's a place. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So wherever you Israelites are at, man, the Lord's going to bring a famine upon you. And that's why these farmers are complaining of a severe global food crisis. You see that? So it says, and they shall eat bread by weight, meaning you're not going to just be putting a whole pack of chicken in the oven just to feed your family. Like you might buy a pack of chicken. It might come in a pack of 12, right? It might come in a pack of 12. You know, you might put 2 pieces of chicken in there, and then you might cut it up into itty bitty tiny pieces. You know, feeding your family with 2 chicken drumsticks. You might feed your family with 2 chicken drumsticks. You know, just to reserve the other packs of chicken that's in the bag. You know, a box of cereal. You know, you're not going to be consuming half a box of cereal in less than an hour just to satisfy your stomach. You're not going to be doing that. You know, you might eat like a tiny little bowl of cereal. You know, you might pour a lot less milk in there. And this is real. This is actually going to happen. You might buy a loaf of bread. In order to feed four people in your in your family, you might make one sandwich and you might cut it up into 4 different pieces, and just to give just so each of your children can have a piece of that one sandwich to eat. So it's going to get bad out here, okay? It's going to get severe. So you're going to eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. With astonishment. I would look up that word astonish, but my phone is not on right now. So let's go to Ezekiel chapter 5 verse 17. Or Ezekiel chapter 5 verse 16. It says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine. So the Lord is sending the evil arrows of famine. Okay, so the Lord said when he shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine. So that's coming back. That's actually going to happen. Okay, which shall be for their destruction. So the Lord is bringing this global food crisis because it is to their destruction. It is to their destruction. Oh, and a matter of fact, since I'm in the spirit, let's go get that in 2nd Esdras. Okay, book of 2nd Esdras. Okay, the Lord said that he's going to bring this evil famine for their destruction, right? Well, here we go. 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 5. Behold, save the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I will bring plagues upon the world. Right? Like it tells you in Revelation 12 verse 12. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. It's talking about the whole world. Oikumeni. So this judgment is going to come upon the whole earth, just like the chip. Okay. So it says, behold, save the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the whole world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So the Lord said that he was going to bring evil arrows of famine upon them, upon the wicked of our people, as well as the wicked of the earth, which shall be for their what? For their destruction. So the plagues that the Lord is going to bring upon the earth, one of them is listed as the famine, which shall be to the destruction of the wicked of the people living upon the face of the earth. So now let's go back to Ezekiel, okay, chapter 5, 16. So Ezekiel 5 verse 16, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, in which I will send to destroy you, I will increase the famine upon you. Okay? The Lord said he will increase the famine upon this world. Why do you think there's a global food crisis going on? Because the Lord is increasing the famine. Okay? The Lord is increasing the famine. So the further this famine gets increased, the shorter the food is going to become, the more scarce food is going to be, the more scarce water is going to be. And the more people are going to bug out, people is going to start rioting, asking questions. They're going to be lost in the sauce. They're going to be looking for answers from the government, which is exactly what the government wants, because one of the main quotes by the Illuminati is what? Well, if you look on the back of the dollar bill, what do you see? You see a saying on the back of your dollar bill in Latin, which is as stated, ordo ab chaos. Which is what? Order out of chaos. So they're going to create this famine to create chaos. So people can panic. So they can run to the government for solutions. And indeed, the government is going to have the solution because, by the way, Bill Gates is buying up a lot of these farmlands. There's a reason for that because, well, we know Bill Gates worked for the U.S. government. So when the time comes, the government is going to be the ones rationing out the food. You see that? the government is going to be the ones rationing out the food. And the only way you're going to get food, if you want a box full of pizza logs, you're going to have to take a device the size of a grain of rice, which is the C to the H to the I to the P, the CHIP, which is the MOTB, okay? The charagma. So it's all going to boil down to that charagma. And a lot of people, they're going to take it so they can feed their 5-year-old daughter. Some people's going to take it so they can feed their 7-year-old son. Some people's going to take it because the woman's going to be nagging them, bitching them to death. You know, the woman's going to be starving, baby, please. So, you know, a lot of men is going to take it because they're effeminate. They ain't got a backbone. You know, they're going to be like the women. So they're going to end up taking it too. Well, she's right about that. But the Lord's elect do have a backbone. Okay? The Lord's elect have a backbone. Okay? I mean, the woman I just walked past, she said, don't nobody around there have a backbone. Well, guess what? The Lord's elect have a backbone. Okay? They're the only ones going out on the highways and hedges, speaking out against government corruption, speaking out against the so-called elites, prophesying the downfall of Babylon, you know, prophesying about the issuing in of the MOTB, which is the CHIP, the CHIP. You know, we're the only ones professing the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai in the world while risking our lives to do it. You know? So there are men around here that do have a backbone. Okay? They are members of the elect. And they're the only ones that's going to stand up against this wicked society, this entire wicked empire, the Lord's elect. They're the only ones that's going to stand up and rise against this wicked empire to proclaim the evil doings and the evil works therein. Okay? Because ain't nobody else doing it. Everybody else is sitting in a house. They mad. They upset. They mad at the world. They smoking weed. They stink. They playing Call of Duty. Nappy head. You know, they smell like alcohol and piss. They don't know what to, They don't know what to do with their life. But the Lord's elect ain't like that. The Lord's elect is standing up for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. The Lord's elect is standing up for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, proclaiming the downfall of this wicked kingdom and prophesying of Yahweh Shai's coming return, which is going to be in the near future, and proclaiming how starting with the so-called white man, the so-called elites, trickling down to the rest of their nation of people, how they are Edomites, and they're going to be the first fruits to go into slavery in the kingdom of heaven, along with these heathen nations. So the only ones who really got a backbone on this planet is really the Lord's elect. Everybody else is afraid to speak out against the government, but not the Lord's elect. And, I must also humble myself. Lord's will, I'm of the elect. I hope I'm of the elect. Lord's will, I am of the elect. And Lord's will, you sincere brothers who are truly hoping to be of the elect, Lord's will, you're of the elect too. Okay? But Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16. It says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, right? Because the Lord said he was going to bring plagues upon the world, famine and destruction. It says, and I will increase the famine upon you. That's why there's a global food crisis going on, because the Lord is increasing the famine upon this world. And I will break your staff of bread. So the Lord's going to break the Lord's going to break the source of where your food is coming from. That's why these farmers are complaining of fertilizer shortages, fertilizer costs. They're complaining about droughts, how they're lacking in growing crops, because the Lord is breaking the source of the source of where the food is coming from in the earth. And that's beautiful. Okay, that's beautiful. So, with that, just wanted, this has been another Edifying Rants. With that, I'm gonna say shalom. It's on to the next one.